Welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. We're playing Game 4. Things are heating up. Our location, Quidditch World Cup, almost overtaken. Harry's up first. Let's pull the dratted and dreaded Dark Arts card. 1 for this location. Oh, this looks bad. Game 4, Imperio. Active hero chooses another hero to lose 2 health. Reveal an additional Dark Arts card. Well, I guess Ron is going to be losing 2 health. 5 down to 3. And we have to reveal another Dark Arts card. Oh, come on. No! He who must not be named. Add 1 influence to the location. That puts 6 influence on the location. However, it doesn't immediately go away because that's an end of turn effect. If we can remove 1 off of here before the end of turn, the location will not be taken over. All right, continuing on. We're going to look now at Tom Riddle. Excuse me. For each ally in hand, he has to either discard a card or lose 2 health. He has no allies. Tom Riddle doesn't trigger. Peter Pettigrew. Active hero reveals top card of his deck. If it's 1 or more, discard it. Oh, discard it and add 1 influence to the location. The card is worth 4 or more. It gets discarded. We're not going to add any more influence to the location because it's already full. I don't believe you overshoot what's on there. I'm pretty sure. So we're not going to be adding 1 on there, I guess, which is a good thing. And now we're over to playing Harry's cards. All right. So, okay, here's the deal. We want to, if we knock Pettigrew out, we're going to remove an influence from the location. So we want to do that. We have the Firebolt, which does 1 attack. Okay, 1 attack. We have no other attacks in hand. 1, 2, 3, Aloha for 3 influence. But we do have Hogwarts, a history. Choose any one of the house dice to roll. And we're going to choose Slytherin House Dice because it has 3 attacks on it. So 50-50 chance of getting an attack. Come on. If we ever needed an attack, it's right now. Come on, Harry. And we get draw a card, which is not an attack. And I have to shuffle his deck now. Come on, maybe we're going to draw an attack card. Oh, another chance to defeat Pettigrew. Come on. I apologize for having to shuffle on screen, but all right, shuffled enough. Harry draws a card, and it is all right. Expelliarmus, gain 2 attack. Draw a card. Wow, good luck for us. 2 more attack. Draw a card, and the card he draws is Aloha, another influence. All right, Harry. Boy, that was excellent. So we're going to put, of course, 2 of those attacks onto Pettigrew. You are defeated. So we're going to immediately do that effect, which means Pettigrew is knocked out, defeated, and no more. Wow, that was so very lucky for us. All heroes may search their discard pile for a spell and put it in their hand. Unfortunately, the sucky part right now is Harry does not have a discard pile. He just shuffled his deck. Neither does Ron. So that's not going to do them any good. However, this one saved us. Remove 1 influence from the location. So we're going to remove an influence from the location, and now it is not going to be overrun at the end of turn. Harry still has an attack to process. Going to put it on Tom Riddle, and he has 4 influence to spend, and he will then buy Incendio, gain 1 attack, and draw a card, costing him 4. Wow, what a great turn for Harry. And it's the end of turn, so he's going to discard his cards. He'll drop his 5 new cards for his hand. And we're going to replace the Hogwarts card with Severus Snape. Severus Snape. Gain 1 attack and 2 health. Roll the Slytherin die. 6 influence. Wow, very good ally. We need to get a lot of influence, though, to get some of these better cards. All right. Carrying on, we need to replace the knocked out Pettigrew with Quirrell. Active hero loses a health, and to reward all heroes gain an influence and a health. This guy's not so god-awful. I'm glad we got rid of Pettigrew. Our location, though, still in peril. We really need to do things with that. Oh, and I almost forgot as well. The first time influence is removed from the location each turn, one hero gains one attack. We will be giving that, of course, to Ron, so he can hopefully trigger his ability. Not a bad start to this episode, and now we're going to take it over and go back to Ron. All right, and over to Ron. The first thing we do, draw a Dark Arts card, and it is Expulso. Active hero loses 2 health. Oh man, that takes Ron from 3 health down to 1. And, oh yes, let's not forget he has this attack this turn. For each ally in hand, you either lose 2 health or discard a card. He has 1 ally in hand. He's going to discard a card, which will just be the basic Aloha Morha. So he will discard that instead of losing 2 health. Or hang on. No, he's not going to do that, because that doesn't make any sense. Because he's going to have to get stunned by Quirrell. Ron has 1 health. So we have an ally in hand, which is Hagrid. So we can choose. We can lose 2 health or discard a card. Well, Ron's going to say, you know what? We're going to lose 2 health, which is going to stun Ron. Okay, Ron is now stunned. Ooh, this is bad news. Good turn for Harry, bad one for Ron. And let me just come back here in a second. I change my battery and get right back. New battery, and it is time now for. So Harry is stunned. All right, by Tom Riddle. So he's going to lose all his tokens. So he's going to lose that 1 attack that had been saved up. And he has to discard half of his cards. And of course, Quirrell's going to make him lose a health, but that's not going to have any effect because you can't gain or lose health when you're in the stun condition. So Ron Weasley is going to actually discard Hagrid and the Aloha Morha because he has to discard half of his cards. He has 5. He has to discard 2 of them. Hagrid's just going to give him 1 attack, but I think he wants to keep these other cards instead to try and help him out. And yes, we have to add a Dark Influence to the location, which once again fills it up, which could be a very bad, very, very bad. But now that all of that is done, it's time for Ron to have his turn. And so he has Incendio. Oh, we're going to play this one first, actually. Draw 2 cards, then discard any 1 card. So Ron's going to draw 2 cards and discard any 1 of them. So he will discard Aloha Morha. All right, next up is gain 1 attack and draw a card. So Ron gets an attack, and he gets to draw a card, which is Quidditch Gear. Ooh, pretty good. All right, Quidditch Gear, well, pretty good and not pretty good. Gain 1 attack and gain 1 life. So he's going to gain an attack. He doesn't gain a life because you don't gain or lose life when you're stunned. He's going to go back to full health at the end of his turn. All right, choose 1. Gain 2 influence or draw a card. Gain 2 influence or draw a card. I think he's going to draw a card. He's going to try and get as much attack as he can. Draws a card, Aloha Morha, which gives him 1 influence, which will do him no good. But he has the Nimbus 2001, gain 2 attack if you defeat a villain, blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, not quite. Not quite. Darn it. So we didn't do that. So now that's the end of Ron playing all his cards on his turn. He has more than 3 attacks. So we're going to look at his card. If you assign 3 or more attack on your turn, any 1 hero gains 2 health. Well, he's going to give that to Harry. Harry's at 9 health, but Harry's going to go to 10. So that's pretty good. He's going to take all 4 attack and put them on Tom Riddle, which is taking him up to 5 damage, 1 away from knocking him out. And again, if the card from the last episode hadn't knocked 2 attack off of each villain, Riddle would have been knocked out now. And that's going to be the end of Ron's turn. He's going to discard his tokens, of course, can discard his cards, drop 5 new cards for his next hand, and because he was stunned, he's going to go now back to 10 health. Unfortunately, Quidditch World Cup has been overrun by evil. And so, yes indeed, it is knocked out. It is taken over. It is no more. So, Quidditch World Cup location is defeated by evil. So I'm just going to take it, flip it over. Yeah, bad news. And we're on to the Tri-Wizard Tournament. 2 of 3. And now, yeah, now things getting uglier by the minute. Each turn reveal 2 Dark Arts cards. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 6 Dark Influence on this location, but we're going to be drawing 2 Dark Arts cards each turn, starting again with Harry. So we're going to do one more Harry turn, one more Ron turn this episode. 2 Dark Arts cards a turn now. Wow, things getting a little bit crazier than they were a little minute ago. All right, up next, again, Harry. All right, we're over to Harry, but this time, instead of 1 Dark Arts card, we're going to have to pull 2. There's only 2 left, so we're going to have to shuffle after Harry's turn. Oh, man. Heir of Slytherin. Roll the Slytherin die. All right, well, we're going to be rolling the Slytherin die, and we get an influence. So what does that mean for this card? Add 1 dark influence to the location. No! Wow, we're off to a bad start. 1 already. That's only the first Dark Arts card. We have to do a second one now every turn. Whoops, as I throw it almost onto the floor. Game 2, Hand of Glory. Active hero loses health and add a dark influence to the location. No, where's Dobby when we need him? All right, well, Harry's going to lose a health. 10 down to 9. We're going to add another dark influence to the location. That's 2 in 1 turn. And yes, I'll be shuffling these before we get to Ron. All right, over to Tom Riddle now. Oh my God. For each ally in hand, he can either lose 2 health or discard a card. He has no allies, so that's good. Very good. Quirrell, active hero, loses a health. Well, Harry's then going to go from 9 down to 8. Ouch. And now it is time for Harry to play his cards. Can we knock out Riddle? I don't see it happening here. Ouch, okay. Well, we have a Loa Morha, we have the Invisibility Cloak. It's going to be 2 influence, 3 influence, 3 influence, 4 influence, 5, 6 influence. And we can put allies and items on top of our deck this time. Because the Sorting Hat lets you put allies on top of your deck, when Guardian Levioso lets you put items top of your deck. Well, this is pretty cool. So Harry's got 6 influence. He can either get Sirius Black, he can get Severnus Snape, or Phileas Flintwick. Wow. Which one does he want? Let's take... So this guy is draw a card mostly. Snape is attack mostly. Severnus is 2. I think he's going to go ahead and take Snape. And it's going to give him gain 1 attack and 2 health. Roll the Slytherin die. So this goes on top of Harry's deck. Wow, very cool. And that's going to cost him 6, but that was 6 well spent. Okay. Wow, our locations are getting filled up pretty quickly. And that's going to be the end of Harry's turn. He discards his cards. Of course, he'll drop 5 cards for the next episode, which is not going to be happening. Harry won't get another turn this episode, all right, because it's going to be ending off with Ron, and we get Quidditch gear. All right, I'm going to have to shuffle the Dark Arts cards, and we're going to come back with Ron. We're going to be drawing 2 Dark Arts cards now. Wow, brutal. All right, come right back, and we'll do Ron's turn to end off our episode. All right, the Dark Arts cards are shuffled. It's Ron's turn. The first of 2 Dark Arts cards. No! All heroes lose a health. Add a dark influence to the location. No! Harry goes from 8 down to 7. Ron's going from 10 down to 9. We add a 3rd dark influence to this location. That's 3 influence in a turn and a half. All right. 2nd Dark Arts card. Wow, 2 at a time is brutal. No way! He must not be named. Add a dark influence to the location. Holy mackerel. We are losing locations like mad. That's 4 dark influence of 6 already. Over to Tom Riddle. Any allies in hand? Ron either has to discard a card or lose 2 health. And he has no allies. Darn it, with his every flavor beans again. So, nothing much happens here. Active hero loses a health from Quirrell. Ron goes from 9 down to 8. It's time now for Ron to lay the smack down. I hope. Can he do it? Oh, man. Oh, no. He can't take out Riddle even. Oh, goodness. All right, Essence of Dittany. Any one hero gains 2 health. He's going to give that to Harry, who's going to go from 7 health to 9. And then he just has gain 2 influence for the 2 Alomorhas. That's not the greatest. Gain an influence, and you get an attack for each ally, but he did not play any allies this turn. Clean sweep, 1 attack if you defeat a villain. Unfortunately, 1 attack's not going to defeat any villains. But he is going to put the 1 attack on Tom Riddle. Oh, hang on. It does defeat a villain. What am I talking about? I thought he had 7 health. He has 6. You're out of here, Riddle. I love it. Wow, okay, that was better than I thought. So Riddle is defeated, which means we're going to get, Ron's going to get another influence, and we're going to defeat Riddle right now. Wow, we got to get these guys defeated as fast as possible before we lose all our location. All heroes choose one, gain 2 health, or search their discard pile for an ally and put it in their hand. And that's going to be good for Ron. Ron's going to look for, does he have an ally? I believe he has Hagrid. He's going to put Hagrid in his hand. And what does Harry have for allies? I think Harry's got an ally in here. Does he not? Oh no, Harry's got no allies. None? What? Harry has no allies in his discard pile. Darn it! Alright, well at least Hagrid goes into Ron's hand. So that's the end. Tom Riddle. Except it didn't knock a location or dark influence off the location. And now Ron is going to play Hagrid, which gains 1 attack and he gains a life. But that's only a 2nd attack, so his special won't trigger. It's going to go from 8 hit points up to 9. But he did, or hang on, is that going to be 3? For each ally played this turn, gain an attack. It's going to gain an attack. I think that's his 3rd attack then. Is it not? Did he not play? Yes, because so he's actually played 3 attacks. So Ron's ability is going to trigger. If you assign 3 or more attacks in your turn, any hero gains 2 health. He'll give it to Harry. Harry's going to go from 9 to 10. They're both at 9 health. So very cool. He still has 2 attack to put on Quirrell. And 4 influence to spend. Unfortunately, we have 3 6 cards and 3 3s. And I think Ron is going to go with the Quidditch gear, gain an attack, and a health. All right, that's going to be the end of Ron's turn. Again, unless I've messed everything up, so that's the 3 influence spent for Quidditch gear. He's going to discard that token because he can't use it. Discarding his cards, we're going to replace the Hogwarts card with Reparo. Again, there must be 40 Reparo cards in the deck. I seem to have every one of them coming up right now. Again, I said I did shuffle like crazy. Just luck of the shuffle, I guess. And that's going to conclude our episode for today, except I got to draw another villain, don't I? Oh, man. All right. Which new villain's going to come up for our next episode? The Death Eater. Game 4. Oh, why does this sound brutal? Each time Mordred, or a new villain is revealed, all heroes lose a health. Okay. Each time. Or a new villain is revealed. Well, I guess we need to get rid of him first. Alright, so all heroes gain health. When we defeat him, remove 1 influence from the location. We want to smack him down as hard and as fast as possible. So that's our playthrough for today. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, a cooperative deck building game. We're playing game 4, which is getting a little bit more tricky, and we're now at a location where we draw 2 Dark Arts cards a turn. Triwizard Tournament. We already have 4 of 6 Dark Influence on the location. We lose the game if all 3 locations get overrun by Dark Influence. We win the game if we can knock out all of the villains, and we have 2, let's just have a look here, 2, 3, 4, 5 more villains, I believe, left to get rid of. So can we do it? I don't know. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Join me next time for the continuation of Harry Potter Game 4 of Hogwarts Battle.